There is something magical about this time of the year. When the days grow longer and the warmth of summer invites us outside. The gardens begin to bloom. The fields come alive. The world feels as though it's taking one long, peaceful breath after winter. Every summer seems to arrive with a quiet reminder, not to hurry, but to notice. To notice the wildflowers blooming along forgotten paths. The golden light stretching across the fields. The faithful paws following close behind. And the simple joy of creating something with our own hands. Come along with me as we welcome another beautiful season. I have big plans for the garden this year, but being in a new home meant starting completely from scratch. Hey you guys, I just got a package in the mail and opened it up, and it is some of the beautiful products for the new IOD summer release. I'm gonna flip the camera around and I wanna show you what I got. I also have to head out to Michael's because I have an idea in mind, a couple ideas in mind of different projects I wanna use them for, and I need to go get the supplies. Check out this new paint inlay, oh my goodness, to die for. So beautiful, right up my alley. We have several different stamps, a couple mini stamp sets, and then, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to use this. The bookish mold. We also got the frames 3, and of course some air dry clay. I found this little book-shaped box at Michael's and knew it would be the perfect canvas for the new IOD bookish mold. I used their air-dry clay to create a book spine. Then glued it onto the box and gave everything a good coat of primer. For the color, I took inspiration from one of my own leather-bound books. Once the paint was on, I used the Connoisseur's Library stamp to add a little more detail and make the finish feel like an old, well-loved book. A final layer of black wax deepened the color and added that subtle sheen you find on aged leather. After finishing the new paver patio for our hot tub, I had a handful of pavers left over. I knew right away I wanted to use them to create a staircase up the hillside to the garden. So we made a quick trip to Lowe's for some 50-cent bricks, and I got to work. As you can see, today we have a really beautiful day. I think tomorrow is supposed to be around 77 degrees. So I am gonna head to the nursery. I am going to look for some tomato and pepper plants. I know that I'm being a little risky with planting them this early because we do still have some nights in 45 degrees, 43 degrees coming up. But I did go on Amazon. I ordered some really inexpensive little cheap dome greenhouse covers that are gonna sit over the 2 raised planters that I created back there. So I'm hoping that that will be enough to keep them warm through those nights and give me the head start that I need, because we don't have the longest growing season here for tomatoes and peppers. So I am hoping, and I've not been successful in the past, so I'm hoping that this is going to give me the head start that I need to get them going and thriving and producing by the end of the season. After planting a few new tomatoes, it felt like the perfect time to step away from the garden for a while. The dogs and I were long overdue for one of our favorite walks. Finn has been loving every adventure, discovering the world with so much excitement and curiosity. And watching Layla run alongside him has been especially sweet. She seems so happy to have a friend to explore with again. There's something really special about watching them find so much joy in the simplest of places. The days were getting warmer and the evenings were becoming my favorite part of the day. After a little quiet time working on projects around the house, we'd head outside to enjoy those long, beautiful evenings. Blue skies fading into soft pink, and fields of daisies stretching as far as the eye could see. It felt like summer was just beginning. So I've been having some trouble with, I think they're roly-polies eating my cucumber and zucchini starts and my green bean starts. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these plastic cups and I'm going to cut the top off and place it along the plants, like to cover the plants, but then they can still get watered and they won't burn up in the heat. So that is my game plan. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I think I have 8 of these. I'm gonna go put them on the plants and see how it works out. After a little more work in the garden, we headed back into the woods for another walk. I don't think I'll ever get tired of having these two by my side. I don't know what this is. We were just walking and came across this, and it's like an abandoned structure of some sorts. Good afternoon, everyone. It is May 30th, and we have another beautiful day. I have to go run some Amazon returns. I am also going to hit up my local nursery and pick up a couple more pollinator flowers for my vegetable slash flower garden. So I'm doing a flower border for the pollinators to attract them into my garden to hopefully help with pollinating my fruits and vegetables, as well as taking care of the pests. Something else that I forgot to film, honestly, it was Memorial Day weekend. My husband had the weekend off, and so we spent a lot of time together as a family getting projects done. But we got a hot tub recently, and it's nothing crazy fancy. It's kind of just basic, but we love it. It's amazing. It helps with sore backs and sore knees and like all the pain of working in the yard. And my husband has a bad back from the military, so it really helps with that pain at the end of the evening. And so we've been using the heck out of it. But we do live in a neighborhood, and there are a couple houses that can kind of see into our backyard from a distance. And we just wanted a little bit more privacy. So we put up some planters, filled it halfway with some concrete, and then the top with pea gravel, and they have 4x4 posts. And then we hung some curtain rods, and we have some outdoor curtains. We had to improvise because the wind up here is so crazy that it was like a giant sail. So we had to cut a bunch of slits in the outdoor curtains. So it looks a little bit like Swiss cheese, but it provides the privacy that we wanted. And it, it doesn't look super bad, right? It looks okay. So we are excited for that. We are going to be putting some more of the cafe lights along those posts. So we have them all along our backyard, but I wanted them more by the hot tub. I added some bird netting to our blueberry bushes and our strawberries that are planted along the base of the blueberries, because we have so many birds up here, which I love. I love listening to the birds. I love watching the birds. I am turning into the crazy bird lady. But they have already got to my only 4 ripe strawberries before I could pick them. So the bird netting went up today, and I have about one more step left to do of my brick and paver stairs that I'm doing up the back of our hill, so that I can get up into my garden area easier without having to hike up that hill every time. And that's looking so nice. It's been such a huge project, more time consuming and back breaking than I expected it to be. So that is almost done. And I will show you the progress of that as well, where we're at right now, because I have to get more bricks, another paver. I think I only need 1 paver because the other one broke. And then a couple bags of sand, and then I should be able to wrap that project up finally. I almost forgot. Come on, Finn. Let's go kennel. Come on, Finn. We got a kennel. Come on. One of my least favorite parts of growing an organic garden is feeding the plants. I found this fish and seaweed fertilizer works best for me. It smells absolutely awful, but it does give the plants the nutrients they need to grow strong and healthy. I use the same brand in the tomato and vegetable to feed my tomatoes and pepper plants. The next morning it was back to work on the garden stairs. I dug out more of the hillside, leveled each step, and slowly started piecing everything together. A little digging, a little leveling, and a lot of heavy lifting. But with each brick, I could finally see the staircase taking shape. The next day I continued sifting through the soil, collecting buckets of rocks from everything I dug out for the stairs. Rather than letting them go to waste, I found a new home for them beneath our 6 trees. I mixed the soil I dug up with a little compost and started turning it into new garden beds. Little by little, day by day, the garden was slowly becoming the vision I had imagined. I gathered the larger rocks and used them to create borders around each garden bed. It felt good to take what was already here and turn it into something beautiful. It was finally time to start planting my flower border, filling it with cottage-inspired blooms chosen with the pollinators in mind. As evening settled in, the garden took on a whole different kind of magic. With cafe lights glowing along the fence and little solar lights scattered throughout, the whole garden began to feel like something out of a storybook. And for a little while, there was nowhere else I wanted to be. this. So I'm just gonna sit amongst the bees and the blossoms and enjoy this for a moment. So I have been working on all kinds of smaller projects using the new IOD release, and I need to wait 24 to 48 hours for this to dry so that I can come in with watercolor. So in the meantime, I'm feeling very creative. So what I'm gonna do is I have a dresser down in my garage and it needs to be cleaned. It needs to be like drawers taken out so that I'm gonna try to bring it upstairs here in my office by myself. I am going to try my very, very hardest to not bump any walls, but I feel like I'm more creative up here and it just feels cozier working in my office and all of my supplies are up here versus working in a dark garage with spider webs and spiders, right? So I have the new IOD paint inlay that I have been dying to use. This is the Alfred Peets & Co. Yes, Alfred Peets & Co. Paint inlay. And the colors on it are just amazing. Hold that up. Amazing, amazing. So I am going to, I think I'm going to pick up a lot of these blues and use that in creating my piece. I love blues, pinks, and greens, and so this is like right up my alley. Just a little bit grimy. It actually wasn't that bad, so for it to be this dark, I'm actually quite surprised. Oh! Oh my gosh. Watch this thing. Oh! Ow. Watch this thing roll down the stairs and crush me. It's really not even like the heaviest dresser by any means, but it's just heavy enough that it's difficult to move by myself. Oh, come on. Almost. Almost there. Almost there. Another L turn. And we have like 1, 2, 3 more stairs. We got this. Go team. Good Lord. Come on, out of here. Good boy. Come on. No, you don't need it. Come on. Spin. Out. No. Go on. Hey. It's not for you. You're gonna get your hair everywhere. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Finn, come on. Let's go. You ripped it, you stinker. Finn. All right, the dresser is successfully up in my office. That was probably more work than what was worth it. I should have probably just painted it in the garage, but it's gonna be nice to be up here in my office with all my supplies and more inspirational atmosphere and a cozier atmosphere to paint this and like really enjoy the process. So I'll just have my husband help me next time when I go to carry it downstairs. Having a soft weathered blue finish in mind with plenty of age and character, I started with a clear coat, then sprinkled texture additive into the areas where I wanted that naturally chippy finish to develop. Once it was dry, I painted over everything with my base blue, adding a lighter shade to the drawer fronts for a little dimension. For finishes like this, I love having a few of my favorite tools nearby: brayers, silicone paint blades, and of course my collection of chalk and clay-based paints. They make it so much easier to build up those layers and create the character I'm after. Whenever I create a piece like this, there are always a few stages where I wonder if I've completely ruined it. The finish looks terrible, and for a moment I question everything. But I've learned to push through that doubt and just play. There really are no rules and no limits to what you can create. And when I let go of my expectations and allow my hands and my heart to take over, that's when some of my most unique and beautiful pieces begin to emerge. Pieces that feel completely their own and tell a story in a way that only something handmade can. Next, it was time to add the crackle finish. Once it had partially dried, I added another layer of paint over the top and let it dry completely. Then came the fun part, using a paint scraper to gently chip back the layers and reveal all the beautiful texture underneath. After hours of working on the dresser, I always find myself needing a little fresh air to clear my creative mind. So I headed back outside and spent some time in the garden, adding another layer of mulch to help keep the weeds down and give everything a clean, finished look. Finn is always tagging along, sometimes bringing a little chaos with him. When wearing him out physically isn't quite enough, I like to give his brain something to focus on instead. So this time, I decided to teach him a new trick, one that Harley knew so well. There are moments when I can feel Harley's presence through Finn, almost as if he's reminding us that he's still close by. It feels like a little piece of him is still here, quietly finding its way into our everyday moments. And somehow that makes having Finn here feel even more special. All right, so I'm just about to head out to my nephew's baseball game, but before I do, I have another project that I'm starting in my backyard, and I want to show you guys my plan of what I want to do. I have the supplies. I'm hoping that it turns out and it looks good, but we just have a wonky yard that is very uneven, and so I'm trying my best to do what I can in little strides to even out some areas, especially like garden beds that are going to be watered constantly, and it helps to have a flat surface to do that on so that water doesn't just run down and water the one tree at the bottom, but the tree at the top doesn't get any water. So I'm gonna take you guys outside real fast. I'll show you that. Okay, so this is the fence line that I'm gonna be planting the trees on, and you can see that it slopes down to a drain down here. So I wanna stop the bed about there, and I'm gonna build up this corner with 2 by 6 by 8 foot boards, and then slowly taper it to just 1 2 by 6 over here that's partially buried, and just create a little planter box that is 3 feet out and I don't know how long that's going to be, like 16 feet wide, so that we can plant these trees and they will be up level with the fence so that we don't have a weird gap down there. The next day I was back at the dresser, slowly sanding the finish to soften everything and reveal the layers underneath. After cutting the paint inlay into strips, I lightly misted the surface to reactivate the paint chips. I love applying an inlay over a clear coat because it lets me build all of those old world layers first. Then the inlay becomes another beautiful layer, adding detail and character to the finish. Once everything had dried, it was time to re-wet the inlay and gently remove the paper. And underneath was this beautifully imperfect, slightly worn finish. It gave the piece the look of old hand-painted florals that had gently worn with time. After a long day of working on the dresser, I could definitely feel it in my body. So it was time to step away, slow down, and enjoy a quiet soak in the hot tub. I just came in from picking the first round of berries off of one of our blueberry bushes, and of course the strawberries, and Finn and Layla got to snack the whole time. No, you already had so many. He was a self-serve machine out there. He was just eating them all, so I had to hurry up and scoop up as much as I could. All right, I am just finishing up the dresser, and I found these that I purchased years ago that I am going to back my hardware with. Just adds that elegant vintage touch to it. And then I found this. It is a horrible gold, but if I can find, I'm not sure if I have the tiny little nails currently, but if I can find those, I want to add that over where the keyhole is, but I'm gonna have to tone down that horrible like brassy gold that it is, make it look a little bit more vintage like these. And lastly, I have all of my hardware here, so I need to decide on if I am doing the drop pulls like that, the glass drop pulls, or if I'm going to be doing knobs. And if so, what color? Because I have a bunch of different colors. I think we often overlook just how much time, heart, and attention to detail goes into creating an heirloom piece like this. In a world where we're always looking for the fastest and easiest way to do things, my joy comes from doing the opposite. Taking the time to create something truly unique. Something that draws you in, makes you stop for a moment, and tells its own story without ever saying a word. I just ran down the street because I saw one of my neighbors post that they were giving away the rest of their garage sale stuff for free. So I got these big, heavy bookends. And I love bookends because I have a lot of books. And these were just unique. I love like a more natural or a brassy type of bookend. So this was perfect. This I'm super excited for. Let me signed on the bottom. How cute is that? Cute and cottagey. Obsessed with that. And then I just got a bunch of these picture frames. Some of them have glass, some of them don't. They definitely have seen better days, but these are perfect for creating a gallery wall. So they're not all exactly the same. And then these two bigger ones are a little bit more ornate with the details in the corners. I am excited for all of this for free, but especially this. So now I am headed out to Lake Howard, which is where 15 years ago my mom passed away. And that's why I have the bouquet of flowers. Is I like to take them out there every year on the anniversary and leave her a bouquet of flowers, because she is where I really got my true passion for gardening and a lot of things, my creativity. Like, there's so many attributes that I have gained from my mom, so I like to honor her and bring her flowers from my garden whenever I have them. I got my vase of flowers, and I'm gonna go out there and place them in the lake. right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here and get started on the editing. I have so much video content that I have captured over the last month, and it's definitely more than enough that I can piece into a video. I do like to keep my videos a little bit shorter because it takes me so long to sit down for a week on end and edit all of the video clips down, put them together, and try to make it a really meaningful and impactful video that truly captures my feeling, my emotions, life in the raw, and all of the beautiful moments. It means a lot that you guys sit down and take the time to watch my videos and comment, and you're always so supportive. It really truly means the world to me, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Until next time, I hope you keep making time for the things that make your heart feel at home.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way. Live your truth and good will come to you. Home,